Welcome to the Tom Bernard Family Podcast with
co-host Catherine Brandt,
Alex Bernard Rasmussen,
Andy Bernard,
and Kristen Burt.
There you have it. No question. I got to bring. Okay, could you come in for a second? Just 1 second, if it's all right.
What is happening?
Okay, you have to just appear on camera so everybody can see you.
stand behind Tom there.
Yeah, there you go. Okay,
Hello.
This man is working on our house. Hello. And he told me his name this morning. You want to hear what his name is?
Yes.
Bernard.
What's your name, sir?
Thomas Bernard Cobbs.
Wow. Well, there you go.
It's a small world
Wild.
after all.
How great is that?
Crazy.
His name is Tom Bernard.
Yeah.
It's
his
alternate
middle name.
universe, Tom. That's it.
His middle
That
name.
is his middle name. I understand that, but
Yeah.
still his name is Thomas
That
Bernard.
is, that's quite the coincidence.
These
Yeah,
guys doing
I
a...
was going to say something yesterday, but I had to get out of here, so.
Oh, pardon me. You had to get out, you know. No, you guys are doing a great
I had
job.
to try to squeeze in some golf.
Yeah, well, you got it this weekend, no question about it.
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow.
All right, Bernard.
Get back-
All
I need
right,
to get
Tom
back to work.
Bernard, you pain in the...
2.0.
2.0.
That's so cool. He walked up to me this morning and goes, do you know what my name is? And he was just so gentle and kind of touchy about it. Yeah, his name is Thomas Bernard.
That's hilarious.
Kristen Bird Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So what's going on in the world? You said there's tons of stuff today, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot going on, but I think as the chat just revealed, Chuck Norris has passed away at the age of 86. His family did indicate that it was a sudden passing, like he was doing okay. He was in Hawaii. We don't know, but he was spent a couple days in the hospital, so we don't know what transpired between those couple of days.
Volcano
He's like
incident.
a kung fu fighter kind of movie guy, right?
Not kung fu,
Walker,
but
Texas Ranger
yeah,
for sure.
fighting, yeah.
That's right. That's
Roadhouse, I think, was
Indeed.
one of them. Was he Roadhouse?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
He was one of those, rough and tumble guys from that era.
But I'll tell you what, I had him on the queue several times. Could not meet a nicer guy. Just a really nice man. I wouldn't want to piss him off. Well, now I'd piss him off because he's dead. Yeah, Chuck.
What's he going to do about it?
How tall was
He can't beat you up.
Exactly.
He didn't
That's
look very
exactly it.
tall.
Let's see. I think
No, he's not a big guy.
No, he's one of those
5'8".
guys
That's not
like
short.
About
got
average.
scrappy and
Normal.
all muscle.
All right, Bernard,
kinda
get to
guys.
work.
You're gonna go.
Well, you going to bring us back anything?
Just
I'm good.
don't listen to Tom Bernard.
The greatest.
Yeah, he did Expendables 2, Dodgeball. I'm just trying to think of his more famous. Delta Force. I think people have heard of Delta Force.
say,
Missing
somebody
in
just said
Action.
Delta
Missing in
Force.
Action in the 80s was really big.
All right,
Those are some
Roadhouse
of
is
his bigger
Patrick Swayze.
movies.
Right. Same
What,
thing.
Andy?
Patrick Swayze was in Roadhouse. Yeah,
The
but you're
Missing
right.
in Action series.
Delta Force.
Yeah, Missing in Action was one of the bigger, And the, Walker, Texas Ranger ran from 93 to 2001. It
That's
was
the
a
one I
long-running
know,
series.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable, but I just, nicest guy you'd ever want to meet. He's just a very nice man, just had his deal. But, he talked about, remember that whole boat thing that we did on this show and all the rest of it? Remember that? He said, unless you're talking about a boat, I don't want to talk about it. That's what he was talking about. Apparently, when he go on these boat trips with clients and all that stuff, people would steal things off the boat every time.
I'm sure.
What the hell's that? Are you going to steal? A guy invites you to be on his yacht, and then you steal stuff?
Oh, yeah. People steal a lot of silverware.
Yeah.
And you would be, if restaurants do something cute, like we're going to have these cute little mason jars to drink out of, people will steal them.
Yep, they will.
Yeah, there's a bunch of videos of people going into like any sort of taco shop and stealing all the hot sauce and they just dump everything in a bag.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
sad.
anything. That's why I went to some. I think in downtown Wayzata, there's a coffee shop that puts the cream and sugar or whatever it is in the coffee for you and they gives it to you. I think they just had so many people just stealing all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, this is just crazy.
It is pretty amazing. There's no question about that. I just, I don't know. Is the world getting weirder?
It is getting weirder.
It
'Cause
really
I'm like, I
is,
feel like
isn't
all
it?
the news I have, even just for today, I'm like, it's weird. It's
All
weird.
right, give us some
could-
more
No,
weird news.
lay it on us.
Somewhere-
I'll give
Lay
you some
it
good
on.
news. I'll give you some good news first.
Okay.
I had a doctor's appointment this morning, and I arrived there right on time as they were opening the doors. Not 1, 3, but 5 people out in the, like, what is it, about 20 minutes north of here, Catherine? 3 in the parking lot and 2 in the building. They listen to this show now.
Yay.
Yeah, so apparently they heard I was in the building, and somebody really liked it, and they told everybody else about it. But yeah, they asked me if I would do a speech at Mar-a-Lago. You guys know what Mar-a-Lago is?
I
don't you?
sure do.
Do yeah.
I don't think the president's going to be there, which is fine with me.
They use that as an event center all the time.
They do,
A lot of
It's used for a
Yeah.
lot of, I think, charity events. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you to everybody. I guess we have a lot of listeners down in West Palm
Palm Beach
now.
Gardens.
The Palm Beach Gardens. Yep, that's very, very nice. So, okay, it's a weekend. It's Friday. Nana and I need at least one movie to watch.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that to Tim Lammers if he's coming on next.
Okay,
There's a couple of
okay.
movies.
Good idea. Good
But
idea.
I'm gonna talk about like the little bit of the crazy news because we talked about it earlier in the week.
Yeah.
And now we're kind of here, and it got weirder yesterday. So
Okay.
here's all
All
the
right.
weirdness. I was talking about, and I'm just gonna highlight all of this. Just Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yep.
They took one of the cast members from there. They made her the Bachelorette. She has had domestic violence issues in the past. It came to light that she had a more recent one. And ABC tried really hard to move forward with The Bachelorette, which was premiering on Sunday. And they're like, this is going to be fine. We'll just sweep it under the carpet. She'll go on Good Morning America. Well, her ex, the woman we're talking about, her name is Taylor Frankie Paul. Her ex released the domestic violence video, which happened, the original one that happened in 2023, to TMZ. And the second that it became public, ABC is like, oh, well, we didn't know about this. Everybody knew about this because the domestic violence incident that happened in 2023 launched Secret Lives of Mormon Wives on Hulu. Like, it's in the show. They talk about it. They talk about her arrest. So this was secret to no one. So ABC trying to act like, well, we don't know. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Is crazy. So they canceled. They are yanking it, and they are airing a rerun of American Idol on Sunday. And that is going to cost them this entire debacle, which, of course, was complete. I mean, we knew this. This was public knowledge. This was not like secret. People weren't hiding things. This was all avoidable. They are going to lose up to $100 million with this cancellation because they don't own the show. Warner Brothers owns the show, and they owe licensing fees to Warner Brothers.
I don't feel sorry for them.
I don't either.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, but in all of this mess of it all, too, because I'm just doing like the highlights. We don't need to get into like the deep dive of all this, but remember, Bob Iger stepped out of position as CEO. So this is Josh D'Amaro's first week as CEO, and he's got this huge mess to mop up.
Welcome to your new position.
Bob Iger's like, have a
So I have a
magical day.
I have a question for you.
Wow.
So many, many years ago, obviously, I'm talking over 40 years ago, probably. Was Bob Iger around 40 years ago, or?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
No, Michael Eisner was in charge for.
Oh, Michael Eisner. That's right. It was Eisner, and then.
Oh, Eisner.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know,
And then there was that big mess because Jeff Zuckerberg was like the number 2 in charge, and he realized he wasn't going to get the Disney position because
Oh,
Michael
right.
Eisner. That was a really good book. I forget what it was called, but if I remember it, it's so good about like that whole mess with Disney. And then eventually Bob Iger took over, and Jeff Zuckerberg started DreamWorks.
You know, back in the day, I used to get calls from those two at least once a month because we had the highest ratings in America, you know, that whole deal on KQRS, which was an ABC station at the time. Are there any, there are no ABC radio stations left at all, are there?
I know
mean, maybe
that Disney Radio is gone.
Yeah.
ABC Radio, does that exist?
I don't think it does anymore. It was big back in the day when
Yeah.
Disney ran it.
No, they sold them all off.
That's what I thought. I thought
Well-
they sold them all.
It was ABC Cap Cities for a
Yep.
while. Yeah.
Yep.
ABC Capsules. You know, it's so weird that you mentioned ABC Radio because they're doing away with CBS Radio, which was just announced today on more of the weird news that is happening. And CBS Radio has been around for nearly 100 years.
Yep.
I mean, it goes back to Edward R. Murrow when he was delivering, World War II dispatches to the service. So that will be ending May 22nd of this year.
That is so amazing
And-
because I grew up on WCCO, a huge CBS station.
And that impacts, is CCO still attached to CBS?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Who knows? Everybody's buying everybody.
I know.
You never know.
Right. It says it impacts 700 affiliated stations across the U.S. So
Yes, WCCO is a CBS station, or I suppose.
they will be impacted.
Yeah, will have been a former CBS station.
And on top of that, they are laying off an additional 6% of CBS News on the television side.
6%. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not good.
No, and this is the second layoff they've done in a number of months. So this is not, CBS News is not looking great after this Paramount takeover. And I just don't think people are watching, and
No.
people don't like the direction it's gone in. I think just in terms of nobody know what the heck's happening over there, to be honest.
I don't know what's going to happen with everything. Pretty soon we're just going to be watching one central.
Yeah.
Although with antitrust things, you really can't just have one person running everything, can you? One corporation?
Here's the thing. You look at something like that. If Paramount merges with Warner Brothers, you look at that and go, that seems to be like a huge antitrust problem. It probably would have been the same had it been Netflix. So I'm just kind of
Right.
But now we know it's moving towards Paramount. the Trump administration with the FCC seems to be okay with like passing it through. But there are the state attorney generals who are saying, whoa, we got to really look at this. And I don't know if they can stop it on the state level when the federal is like, we're okay with it.
Man. So I got to tell you people what's going on because it's been the last few days. But I have 3 doctor's appointments to work on something dirty. Should I tell anybody what's going on, Catherine?
I vote yes.
Or should I?
Depending on what we're
You think
talking
I
about,
should?
I suppose.
Why I have to get up and pee twice per show because they're injecting me with so much stuff.
Do you have diabetes?
I do not have diabetes.
Well, that's good.
That is good.
Did you say diabetes on
did.
purpose?
Diabetes.
I sure did.
He said diabetes. Yeah, he did.
I know. I was like,
Diabetes.
Call
did you say
Liberty.
that on purpose, Andy?
Yep.
So what do you think, Catherine? Should I talk
It
about
is
it?
up to you.
Well, it might help other people, and that's why, because the first place opened to deal with this in West Palm Beach and Catherine tracked them down. Catherine, thank you. I love you more every day because she set this whole thing up, got it all taken care of. The chairman of the board of the company flew from Detroit down here today to meet me because he wants me to start doing some appearances because it's working so well. I was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, which is not generally a good news, but mine is getting better little by little, which I'm very, very grateful for. And it's not what it used to be. I don't think they've ever gotten a case where it just completely went away, but it doesn't have to completely go away. Knock a
Needs
little
to
bit.
not get worse.
Just needs to
Yeah.
not get worse, exactly. But they're already huge fans of this show. It's hilarious. I'm doing an appearance at Mar-a-Lago, I think I mentioned that already, to talk about Alzheimer's and all the rest of it.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm telling you, and I'll shut up about this right after this. But I've had 7 treatments so far. You lie in one of those beds that close over you and it does all kind of whatever.
Oh,
it
like
is.
hyperbaric something
it's
or
red,
other?
It's red light therapy.
Oh,
therapy,
okay.
Amongst other things.
But the amazing thing is, I've had 7 deals, and I can tell by a little tick that each one of them did something good. It's not overwhelming and it's gone. That's not what I mean. But it's ticking down, which I don't know if they've ever seen that before. I don't think they've ever seen it before. And not like it's going to go away, but thanks to Catherine Brandt, because I probably would be dead by now if she hadn't stepped up. But what?
Also,
Are you
not-
Kids,
freaking
and your kids,
kidding me?
give them a little credit.
Are you freaking kidding me? For 3 years, Andy and I
Yeah.
were like, you need to get checked out. Finally.
Well, more like
I've
30,
never heard
39
what you're
years in my
talking about.
case. But
Yes.
that might have been an overreaction
Yeah,
on my
but
part.
for 3 years, 3 years,
guess-
we were like, something's going
know,
on with Dad's memory. Something's
Yeah.
going on.
I know, but the thing is that Tom got fired, and he went into like a bit of a depression.
Well, yeah, that'll happen.
And a lot of things were happening with investments that we made, and people doing this. And
Oh, people
doing that.
stealing, trying to
There-
steal money from us.
It was a really very, very stressful time.
Yep.
And to say to someone that's going through all of that, oh, by the way, let's go and have you
Yeah.
get some more crap heaped on you. And I mean, really, Alzheimer's it does not have a cure.
Nope.
All of the medications that they give you, that the doctor's offices want to give you for the most part, are very, very, very potent and can
Yep.
cause something called ARIA, which is not a good thing. That's when your brain decides to blow up and possibly put you in a coma.
Oh, perfect.
So yeah. I mean, sometimes you can recover from it, or you get brain bleeds, or you get this, or you get that. It's like there's no good roadmap. Even when you go to a doctor who specializes in this, there's not a roadmap. There's really very little help out there. So anyway, this clinic is doing things cutting edge, very AI driven, all of this stuff. Tom's able to drive. He's self-sufficient for the most part. I mean, he needs a little help, but not a ton. And this, if it were me, this would be my first thing I would want to do, rather than go take a bunch of toxic stuff that might blow your brain up. If you got worse, you would try that stuff, because nothing. There's no cure. It can slow it down slightly, maybe.
They said it might even go backwards, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what they're telling me
So,
today.
yes, because you're in the mild stage.
Yeah.
So mild is good.
Well, the thing is, we don't even know what Alzheimer's is. We
They
know what
don't.
it does, but we don't know why it happens, what even
It's
causes it.
diabetes type 3.
That's what they say.
Seriously.
I mean, like literally, that is what they say, because
what
it's
they
like a
say.
vascular thing they think
Yeah.
in your brain, and diabetes causes, neuritis or whatever. Not
yeah, if you
neuritis,
just
the
are
other thing.
constantly living in a state of insulin resistance, then you have a certain amount of
Yeah.
inflammation that causes
Yeah.
the blockage in your brain.
Well,
yeah.
and living in constant stress for very many years, that raises your cortisol, and that's all very bad. So
Inflammation's the worst thing for your
Inflammation.
body.
Yes,
But
it
now,
is.
but the interesting thing about what they're thinking now is, in people with Alzheimer's, their brain has something called amyloids in it.
Right.
They used to think that the amyloids caused Alzheimer's. Now they're thinking you get amyloids because something's
Right.
going on, and that's the key that they're trying to, figure out what's going on exactly. It's been researched to death, and there's clinical trials everywhere, but you never know if you're going to get the placebo, and what happens if you spend a year doing that and you find out that you didn't get anything.
Yeah. 50-50 shot.
It's all,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a shitty thing to have. Same with Parkinson's. Same with so many different diseases. But hopefully, I mean, you seem to really think that this is helping you.
Oh, it's definitely helping.
It's something that's
There's
not
no
going
doubt.
to hurt you.
Nope.
They don't. Yeah.
Well, let me put it this way. The CEO of the company flew down from Detroit today to meet me. So apparently it's going really well.
Nice.
He wants me to do there is one of these places in America, or in the world right now, and that happens to be in West Palm Beach, but they're going to open 100 more locations in the next 2 years, because they really want to help people deal with this, because they've never been able to deal with it. Even if it slows it down, it's well worth it.
Oh, definitely. It's totally worth just to even get extra time on feeling great.
Well,
Yep.
and unfortunately, Alzheimer's is a booming business at the moment.
Yeah.
It is,
Every
yeah.
year, the amount of diagnoses goes up like exponentially.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, the only downside of it is, like I said, I got fired, and then we find out I've got Alzheimer's, and I had at least 2 friends steal money from me because they thought I was on my way out. 2 friends of mine stealing money from me when
Those
they
aren't
thought I was
friends.
dying.
Yeah, those
well, they're
aren't your
not
friends.
friends. No, they're
Those
not.
are not friends. They
These are
call
hu-
themselves friends, but
And unless they make it right, they're going to become very popular around the United States. I'll tell you that.
Uh-oh.
Because I've already talked to some people about
Shots
that.
fired.
I know a lot of people in radio. I wouldn't be doing that if I were you. So back the hell off and give me my money back, you sons of bitches. Anyway, moving forward with some, but it is very positive news. It's just ticking down. It's not dropping like a rock or anything.
Well, you've only been doing it like 7 times. So.
Yeah, 7 times, and it's already shown signs
Not
of
a
ticking
miracle.
down. So that's great. There are things getting better about this world. So
No, and keeping what you love to do also is just like keeping your regular schedule. Just that also helps too. It's
Yeah.
when Glenn Campbell had Alzheimer's. I did a huge interview on this.
Yep.
Keeping him singing actually kept his brain very, very active.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Well, I mean,
Super
I know
important.
he's not popular anymore, but when you guys went and saw Bill Cosby, remember he was like off stage, he was just like a shambling husk of a man, and then he got
He
on
was.
stage and he was like, you'd never
Yeah, it was-
know anything was wrong with him.
It was seriously
Yep.
so weird.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Who else am I thinking about? The singer.
There's a lot of singers that are like that. Yeah, they can go perform.
but with Lady Gaga, everyone's Tony Bennett.
Tony
Bennett.
yeah.
Tony Bennett.
Had that
Love to.
very
Man
famous
up.
concert at Radio City Hall, and this was at the tail end when he was in a much later stage, but
Yep.
he got on stage and Gaga, he said, I want to
Yep.
introduce you, my friend Lady Gaga, and she was like, he was there, he was so clear in the moment, and he never forgot a lyric when he was on stage. It's
Yeah.
really amazing how the brain works.
Well, it's like you see these
It's
people
true.
that are living in these like memory care facilities that can't even like feed themselves, and then you
That's
put them in front of a
end stage, yeah.
piano,
Yeah.
and they're like doing crazy
Brilliant.
stuff in front of. It's just like because their brains just. For
It's
whatever
because
reason.
music, from what I've understood, it's because music is a global process.
Yeah.
So it activates every part of your brain. So if you have like, a messed up
Oh,
part,
yeah.
Yeah.
like maybe the part that's messed up is your speech and you can't talk or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you play music, it doesn't just go there, it goes everywhere. And so there's plenty of other parts of your brain that can compensate. That's why
Yeah.
you should sing everything forever. Like a Disney film.
Yeah, like a Disney film. There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of great comments. Thank you so much for your comments. But we're going to keep on working on this. And like I said, I have to thank the woman I love the most in the world, Catherine, because I would have never gotten in this position without her. I'll tell you that.
And Alex and Andy.
And you.
And Alex and Andy, too.
We're the
I'm
ones
just
that
talking about she
started
made
it.
the appointment.
That's
I'm
true.
talking about she made the
I
appointment.
know, when we go in, they're like, what brings you in? It's like our daughter and our son are...
We badgered you
I
for
don't get
years.
this done.
Yeah.
If I don't get this done, I'm going to
Wagging
go.
Oh my
our
gosh.
fingers.
We were, yes. I was like, we're going to
but like I
have to,
said-
like, I was
I
like,
know, but
I don't care if I have to fly down to Florida and take him to a doctor myself. This has to happen.
Well, let me tell you, finding a doctor and also an actual Alzheimer's doctor. So we went to a neurologist to get him
Yeah.
diagnosed. If you go to an actual Alzheimer's clinic where they give you the very, very scary pills and infusions and all that kind of stuff, they are 6 months out for an appointment.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yep. One
6
thing
months.
one thing I should mention before we move on is for the first time, and I believe I added it up, for the first time in 65 years, I think it is, I can sleep through the night. I've never been able to sleep through the night since I was a little boy.
Yeah, me either.
Because my dad was mentally ill, and who knew? I always thought he was going to sneak up and stab me or something.
Well,
PTSD.
You know,
Well, I was 7 years old.
Once again, you've been living with cortisol, high
Yeah.
cortisol, since you were a
Yep.
child.
Yep.
It's
PTSD
no
is
wonder.
real.
Yeah.
Yes, it really is.
All right, so now back to the entertainment. But I just
Yes.
wanted to say that because most people wouldn't.
Segue.
People would not.
Segue hard.
Just talk over me whenever you get a chance.
okay.
Jesus, now my brain really hurts. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that I'm not holding back. It's happening to me, and I'm going to keep you updated. So if you have something like this in your life or your family, whatever, step up. I'm telling you, I feel so much better than I did 2 weeks ago. I can't even tell you. So whether it's regressing or it's just staying put, I feel a lot better, and I'm a lot happier. So get it done.
I
love it.
love that. We like you being, feeling better and happier.
Thank you.
Definitely feel
That's
better.
very sweet.
I definitely do.
course.
All right, we still got 6 minutes with you, so you can't just go away.
6
minutes of weirdness.
I got more.
Yeah, there you go. There you have it.
Yeah, you know, and I meant to mention this yesterday, but Val Kilmer, we lost him last year. If everyone remembers, he's going to be starring in a movie that he never actually starred in.
Oh no!
Thanks to AI. And his family has approved it, and I am like,
Nope.
No, I know exactly. I feel like nope. He was cast in a movie when he was alive. A lot of people, if you remember, he had throat cancer and it affected his larynx, and he couldn't really speak very well. So he never got to do the role. The filmmaker's like, I'm determined to do this with Val Kilmer in the role, and sure enough, they're going to do it through AI, and it is called As Deep as the Grave. He plays a Catholic priest, and they haven't shared any video. They did share one image, and it looks like a much younger version of Val Kilmer, like how you would probably remember him more in the 1990s, maybe a little bit past Top Gun. So here we are, and this is the thing. If former actors or late actors' estates want to cash in on this, I think we're probably going to see a little bit more of this too.
One thing I want to know about this is this sort of thing an opt-in or opt-out? So if I don't say in my will specifically, don't put me in AI movies, does that mean people can do it, or do I have to give permission before I die?
I would think if you legally put it in your estate,
Right.
I would think
that
you'd have
they
to opt into it.
Yeah, but you have to legally get that locked into the estate and how it continues.
So that means
beyond
Val
that.
Kilmer also wanted this, theoretically anyway.
If he even knew about it.
I don't think he knew about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he wanted to star in the film, but I don't necessarily know that they wanted an AI version of him, and he's not here to defend that.
I need to answer this question. What is the name of the clinic? Doctors involved. Yeah, doctors are definitely involved. Are there any here in Minnesota? No, this is the only one in the nation so far. But they're definitely going to open one up in Minnesota. He literally, the chairman of the board of the company flew down to meet me today about this because they're going to expand that fast.
And FYI, it is, of course, not covered by insurance.
Of course.
Because it's considered experimental or prevention.
Yep.
Yeah, anything preventative is, you always have to pay. It's like, wouldn't it cost insurance less to pay for preventative stuff rather than...
Yeah, it literally is cheaper to prevent a
You'd
disease than it is to
It's
cure
like
it.
dermatology, like for your mole check every year and any biopsy, you have to pay for that. But then...
Yeah, but if it turns into skin cancer, then they'll pay the $10,000 to get it removed.
Yeah,
It doesn't
make any sense.
No.
You're talking about the white girl who lives in California. I
Yeah.
go every 6 months. For
Yeah.
a mole check.
Yeah.
I
you
do.
go.
I just have such fair skin, but I'm always paying for my mole checks.
Yep.
Yeah.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, it's the only downside, and then we'll move on from this, is that two people that I know stepped up and took advantage of this. How horrible are some people?
Yeah.
I just
I
don't
know.
get it.
Well,
God.
Krista would know.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
that's right. You do know.
I do know. And I was like,
disgusting.
well, I feel you, because I was like, I spent 2 years pretty depressed just dealing with that legal case and not being able to grieve or anything. So I understand just how awful it feels. So I'll tell you, even though there's a lot going on in the world in 2026, this is the lightest I've felt in 2 years, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to catch up with you right now because I feel great thanks to Nana.
Yay.
And
We like to hear that.
And Andy and Alex.
And Alex and Andy, whatever.
The greatest. That's all I have to
Yes.
say.
There is lots to watch this weekend, though. I'm going to give you a couple
good.
TV shows.
Good.
And then I will let Timmy Lammers take it away for movies, since that is his beat. First of all, Apple TV, Imperfect Women. Great cast. Kate Mara, Kerry Washington, Elizabeth Moss, who I love, one of my favorites. It's about a trio of friends in kind of like the upper middle class. It's always like the rich people and something bad happens. One of them gets murdered. That is not a spoiler because it's part of the trailer. It's part of the first episode. And everyone has secrets, of course, and there is the fallout from that. But it is good and juicy if you're looking for that. Jury Duty returns today. Remember, this is the one about company retreat this year. So last year was all about jury duty. This year, it's a guy who goes on a company retreat. Everyone else is actors. He's the only normal guy. And you've got that coming out today on Amazon Prime if you're just looking for something light and fluffy and fun. And this one's for Alex, but Wicked for Good is on Peacock.
I don't have that.
No.
You don't have Peacock. I was thinking for the kids. I was like, did Fawn wind up seeing Wicked for Good?
In twice, yes. In theaters.
Oh, in the theaters you saw it.
So
Okay,
did
good.
So did Sage. Sage was all about Wicked as well.
Love it.
They
I know you
even
have your
had
little
a
musical theater.
Fawn put a full face of like glittery pink and green makeup on Sage for the first time he saw it.
I love it. I love that you are raising musical theater kids.
Oh yeah. Today, Fawn said something sugar, and then I kept singing. Oh, why can't I think of what the one with Sarah Bareilles? It's like sugar, butter, flour, sugar.
Waitress?
Yes,
It's from Waitress, yeah.
And then Fawn kept singing it, and I was like, my musical theater children.
Have you not gotten them into community theater yet?
No, because Fawn dances so freaking much.
Yeah, you
There's
don't
not
have
time
time.
for
Yeah.
that.
Dance is the thing you do.
I don't want to add any more to.
You don't want to add more carpooling to
No.
your life?
No.
Yeah.
Nope. And she just wants to. We had a big talk earlier this year. I was like, you can do as much dance as you want, or you can do less dance and do something else. And she's like, I just want to dance. So
Yeah.
she's in 7 dances.
Perfect. I was like, musical theater camp, just throwing it out there if she's ever interested.
Yeah.
Greatest summer of my life.
Oh, I'm
I
sure.
loved him so much.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's the most fun. Just a bunch of musical theater nerds having a great time.
Margaret says, is Fawn going to watch Grease on repeat? She's still too young for it. Well, I'm pretty sure you watched it at Fawn's
I was
age.
definitely
so-
too young to be watching
Yeah.
Grease as many times as I
You
did.
sure were.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Everything
Bad
went over
mom.
my head in
Bad
Greece.
mom.
There is that,
Everything
yeah.
went right over my
Yep.
head. I had no idea until I watched it later. I was like, this movie was wildly inappropriate.
Yep.
I was like, abortion? Wait, what?
I think it went over my head too. I don't think I mean, I really don't remember all of those things.
Pregnancy, like all of that went over my head. I did not understand.
Yeah, I just cared about the songs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because,
Which
yeah,
were
the-
also inappropriate.
I mean, the whole storyline really is pretty terrible. Like, this good girl meets this bad guy and then changes her entire personality for him and his friends.
It's true.
Great.
Tell me about it, stud.
Yeah, it's
Not
like,
the best
wow,
messaging.
what a great,
Really
great
isn't.
message.
But the music is amazing.
Oh,
and that,
fantastic.
that lives on.
Oh yeah, John Travolta like doesn't get better than that cast, really.
John and Olivia were at their peak.
They
Like
really
that just was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. All right. In closing, I'd like to just add one other thing about this whole deal. For I don't know, probably not a whole lot longer because they're flushing my system out right now for like the first 3 months. I have to pee about 5 times an hour.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Like my God.
Flushing
So
your
if I get up
system.
and leave, I have to.
I'm not sure if that's TMI or.
No, it's not. I'm trying to help other people that might have a problem, Catherine. Jesus, you know,
Mom.
trying to help out. Never mind. Forget it.
Jill Weber joins the chat. Chuck Norris died, apparently. Bring
You
it
should have
back.
been here, Jill, at 8:30.
There you go.
Come on.
Or I guess
All
11:30 or 10:30,
Whatever
wherever it is.
time it is.
Only in my family would the grandfather be ridiculed for revealing something he's trying to help other people
I don't know
with.
if it was ridicule.
You guys are the worst people I've ever met.
Oh boy!
Well,
I thought we were great.
Tom,
Now we're
I
bad.
defended you on TikTok yesterday.
Oh, you did? What did I do on
did.
TikTok?
You didn't do anything. Someone made a rude comment of like, anyone can have a podcast now. And I'm like, Tom's in the Radio Hall of Fame. How about you?
Heyo.
Because you
Matter
know
of fact-
that they have 4 followers and they don't have
Yeah.
podcasts.
Yeah.
I should also mention that I am the only Minnesotan to ever be put in the National Radio Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
The only one. Now, there's some people in the other level of the Hall of Fame, but that one, so, in other words, whoever said that, blowed out your ass. How about that?
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
TikTok.
I'm like, I got you in the comments. Don't you worry, Tom.
Yeah. There
Thank you.
go.
You're always helping me, no question. But I'm not going to sit and piss and moan about this. I'm going to stay positive and try to help other people achieve the same stuff.
It's a good
Let's see if
idea.
it is really. And we'll talk to you on Monday.
Yes, see you all on Monday.
Thank you, my dear.
Bye.
Kristen Bird Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC equal housing lender. We'll take a very quick break and be right back with, what's his name again? Timmy Lammers or something like that?
Lim Lam.
Yes.
Lim Lam. We'll be right back. For Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble. And when they aren't in trouble, they didn't do anything wrong. But suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it? They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing, and people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant. Look at that timing, huh?
Hey, it's almost like you've done this before.
Alex left for good, but other than that,
I just wanted to mention a quick something before we get started with Tim.
Yes, dear.
Michael Bryant, who's been a sponsor for this show since we started, he flew all the way down to Florida because when Tom was first told that, he has Alzheimer's, he was a little bit in denial and wasn't going to do anything about it. And Tim
Lammers, yeah. There you
Michael flew all the way down here to be, you know what? You got to go and talk to the doctor and do stuff.
What's really funny about that is he's younger than me, but Michael Bryant is like my father now. Even though he's younger than me.
And I'm like, don't involve me in this, because if he thinks we're ganging up on him, he's going to have a fit.
It's the exact opposite. I am very, very grateful for my friends. The fact they care that much about me to kind of lord over me like that and go, get off your ass and go get it treated. I really appreciate it.
Okay, what's going on?
Yeah, he
here?
doesn't know.
I just got, I have Alzheimer's.
Oh my God.
Yep. But we're going to beat it, man. Well, I'm 74 years old, so I can't beat it forever. But we're going to fight it off as long as we possibly can.
Oh my God, Tommy. Well,
what are you going to do? It happens to a lot of
I'm here
people.
for you, man. I try not to be a father deal like Michael, but yes, I do love you like family. So,
Well, I feel the same way, and that's why just having you guys and you men and women around me, it makes a huge difference. Seriously, Tim, I've had 7 treatments so far, and every time after it, there's this little tick that I can feel better inside my head. It's not a big deal, but it's a little tiny thing.
Well, like you said yesterday, you said it used to be I'd walk into a room and not remember what I was going to be doing, but
Yeah.
now I can think and I can remember what I'm doing.
Yep.
I can't
So it's
remember what I'm
getting-
doing.
I was going to say
When
that's.
did you divulge this? When did you?
Today.
Like
Today.
20 minutes
Oh, my
ago.
God.
Yeah.
20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago, what?
God, Tom.
That's what
that I
he
announced
Well,
that
I
I
was
have
thinking, well,
Alzheimer's.
God, I've been busy all week, but this is the sort of thing that makes you realize, God damn it, I got to put shit aside and just
Yep.
family is most important.
Yeah.
Well, let me
You
put it this
know?
way. The average American male lives to be 74, and I am 74 now, so I've already beaten the punch. So whatever I get after this, I'm really grateful for, because a lot of people my age, men my age, die at such a young age. So I'm way ahead of the game, man. So it's great.
Whew. Well, boy. Okay, well,
Yeah,
what
sort
else
of
can
laid
I
it
say?
on you
mean,
hard
everybody
right there.
says it, but I'm here for you,
I know you. You're a great friend. You always have been. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, Pally. Well, I suppose, a lot of people die at 80, so I got at least another 6 years left, so that's good. Now, these people are
it
so
is-
good.
It is sort of a frightening thought, and I'm not putting myself in the same situation that you're in now, but a while ago, God, I don't even know how long ago it was, when I talked with Morgan Freeman for the bucket list.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
I don't know, Andy, maybe if you wouldn't mind looking that up for me. It was in the 2000s sometime, maybe 2008, whatever. But Morgan said, I just have to come to the realization that I am on the other side of my life now.
Oh, yeah.
You get to
Oh,
a certain
yeah.
age and it's like, you got to start saying to yourself, well, I'm 70 now and there might not be much left. So I got to make the most of it.
Yeah, it was 2007, and he was, in fact, 70 when that movie came out.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah,
88
that's
now, so
16,
he's
17. How many years ago now?
2007,
So
almost 20
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morgan is boy. Yeah, so that obviously when something, that was a conversation from 15 almost 20 years ago, and that stuck with me. And I started thinking about that then, and now I'm 61. See, and I start thinking of things like, when we get a puppy or whatever, it's like this might be the last dog I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird things like that.
Yeah, I know.
Those kind of strange thoughts enter your head. So
Yes, indeed. One thing I'll tell you about this is going to be because I knew I was going to announce this on the show today, so I tried to reach the people at Hubbard. I left a couple of messages, haven't heard back, so I was going to tell them that I was going to announce this today, but they never called me back, so surprise, Hubbard.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you've been having treatments already, though.
Yeah, for a couple of weeks. And they do work. Not huge. It's not a huge shift, but little tiny ticks. It's little drops. It's not going to go away, but I could probably stop it where it is. They're telling me I should be able to stop it where it is, which is,
Wow.
I could live for another 20 years, for God's sake.
Well,
Thanks. Thanks a lot, Nana.
I mean, obviously,
There you go.
Every time you hear something devastating like this, you say, well, how did you catch it? How early did you catch it? But that makes all the difference in the world, and I think it's something very valid that people should bring up.
Oh,
You're
I
welcome.
agree.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have caught it as early if it weren't for Andy and me. So
Yeah,
you're
probably.
welcome. You definitely
true.
wouldn't have.
I mean,
She's
Definitely.
taking
Well,
credit for the
and
whole
once again,
hour.
with something, we all know people that have had Parkinson's, and some people have had it for 30 years,
Yep.
and they
Yeah.
barely, have a little tremor. Some people, they get devastated very quickly. It's the same thing with any sort of neurological brain disorder. You just don't know how it's going to affect you, and there are no tests that can say you're going to be in the mild stage for 6 years, and then you're going to be in the
there's
stage for
there's
5 years. They have no idea.
Well, there's
Nope.
averages of otherwise healthy individuals. So
Yes.
the stage the dad's in right now lasts 5 to 8 years in otherwise healthy individuals.
right.
Right.
Oh, so I could live to be 85.
Well, no, it's just the stage that you're in right now.
Yeah, don't just drop dead after that.
Yeah, you don't just all of a sudden die. That's when you go into
Well,
you're in the pre-dementia part of it. Like the
I
dementia
don't have
is
any dementia, thank God.
Yeah, you're in because dementia's once the dementia part hits, it's you need a lot more help, and you probably shouldn't be driving anymore and stuff like that.
Yeah, people in the chat are talking about Jack Nicholson has dementia. Margaret says Bruce Willis has dementia. He has a
Yes.
specific form.
he's
Yeah, that's
Louis
aphasia
Bobble.
or something.
He has
Lewy body, I think.
frontotemporal dementia, also known as primary progressive aphasia.
Yeah, and he can't talk.
Yeah, it affects a
Yeah.
specific part of your brain that does specific things. I think for the most part, your memory stays intact. You just lose the ability to talk,
Yeah.
and then you lose. Yeah, it's there was another person who had that.
Well, Ronald Reagan had it forever.
He did, yeah.
He had dementia.
He had Alzheimer's
Alzheimer's.
forever.
You're right, though, Andy. Somebody else.
It was a Monty Python guy, wasn't
Notable.
it? Was it a Monty Python guy with PPA?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. There's a lot
It
of
would
really.
have to be either Terry Jones or Graham.
Yes,
died
Terry
a
Jones. He had
while
PPA.
ago.
So
Yeah,
there you
yep.
go.
There's a lot of real
Yeah.
weird types of dementia that
Yeah.
are really
Yes.
awful.
There are.
Well, I mean, right now, and my mother-in-law, who is 96, the dementia has finally caught up with her.
Oh,
But
yeah.
there was a while where it's it was there, and then she seemed to
Yep.
be back to where she was before that. And but I have to note in the chat, somebody says a bit morbid, Timmy. Yeah, that I'm talking about this, but honest to God, you need to when you get older, and I consider myself older, you need to confront this stuff. You can't.
Absolutely.
By ignoring it is not going to make it go away.
And you're helping other people by talking about it.
Absolutely, you do. And
No,
and
don't
and
be
the
afraid of
reason I
this.
say this about catching things early, as you know, my wife Patty 55 when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And it was because of her yearly mammogram. Again, reminder, yearly, get those mammograms early. And it was just a small thing, but it was in such of a difficult spot where she did a double mastectomy. But it's been going on in April, 11 years cancer-free.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it's scary as hell to talk about, but you need to talk about it. And God knows we'll talk about this more. Again, what do you want to call it? Education, informing people, whatever the hell. If you can help somebody by talking about your experience, then you deserve a medal. I mean, it's just, yeah.
What's the right thing to do? Well, no, I just heard from Andy and Alex that at my current state, I should, by average, live another 8 years anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like you're going to just drop dead in 8 years.
Exactly,
It's the progression of the Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
You're
in the last pre-dementia stage, which is the longest lasting stage. And then once you get into dementia stages, each of those can last 1 to 2 years. And there's 3 of those.
Well, see, so I could live another 15 years.
Yep.
So when did Mike come and see you?
Oh, he flew down, about a month ago?
about a month
At
ago, I
least,
think.
right? Has it been?
Yeah.
Has it really been a month?
Let me say this.
Probably been a
How
month,
lucky am I that I have the family I have, the wife I have, the children, the grandchildren, friends like you, Timmy, people like Michael Bryant gets on an airplane. He never even stayed the night. He flew down in the morning and left that night. Come down and go, Tom, we're here for you. Don't worry about it. He's just a wonderful guy. And Mike Bilski, another guy. Anything I need, he's wonderful. They're wonderful people.
Say, Jared on the chat says, my mom is 73 and I think she has it and she will not go get tested.
tell
Well,
her-
the thing
yep,
you need to
yep.
tell her is that, okay, nobody wants to know that you're getting, you have something. Nobody wants to face that or confront it. And I'm sure she's living her life and she's perfectly capable of doing things for herself. But once again, it's the trying to stop the progression.
Right.
So if
Yeah, yep.
yeah, and I mean, traditional doctors take you go in and have an MRI, you have a PET scan with contrast, and if the amyloids are there, they're there. This other guy, he does it with a computer thing, and it showed exactly the same thing with no, nuclear and dye and all this kind of stuff. It's pretty amazing what they're doing with AI and
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
tests through it. And
I'm very happy about how they handle it. And I'd like to mention one other thing. From generation to generation, this doesn't mean shit, because I have Alzheimer's. 3 of my uncles were murdered. So I'm in better shape than them anyway.
True.
And I actually loved all 3 of them. They were great guys. All 3 of them were.
well, it is interesting because they think that sometimes if you have a relative that had it, that you're more likely, if you've had a head injury, if you were involved in football, say, look at Muhammad Ali,
Yeah.
look how many boxers,
Oh, yeah.
end up
CTE.
just with
Yeah,
their-
it's
yeah,
Yeah.
CTE, a lot of football players are diagnosed with that.
and
Absolutely.
CTE also continues to get worse once you've got it. You don't have to keep getting hit for CTE to progress, because once the
No.
brain starts dying off, it's just going to keep doing that.
Yeah, because you've got little tears throughout your brain
Yep.
from getting
You know,
smashed in the
and-
head.
Yep.
The NFL, I remember, when they finally started accepting responsibility for it. Philip
Yeah.
told me, Philip Wise, our dear friend,
Philly. I love Philly.
said back in the old days that he would essentially sustain a concussion on the field, and he would come out for a play and he would go back in, and basically they'd say to him, "Oh, you just had your bell rung."
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in talking about head injuries and stuff like that, I mean, think about I believe it was Natasha Richardson, Liam Neeson's wife.
I think that's right, yeah.
Something as mundane as falling down while she was skiing,
Yeah.
hitting her head, and dying.
God.
So
Yeah.
I guess,
We were-
why you can say, when you get on the other side of a certain age range or whatever and start trying to accept what may come, I mean, truth of the matter is that we could all fall down today.
Hey, I
You
gotta
know.
start. I gotta start doing American Top 40. I just saw that Casey Kasem died of Alzheimer's, so I should take over his show. Don't you think?
Really, you did?
Yeah.
You can have one of those meltdowns like he did with the long distance dedication.
With the goddamn dog dying.
Somebody on the chat asked if Toots had it, and you know what? She
Nope.
did have SS, same story syndrome. She had about
Yeah.
4 stories that she told over and over again. I
Yep.
do believe she probably
Maybe.
had something going on, but
The whole
She
family's
was like that my whole
though.
my whole life. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, and your entire family's like that. They all say the same stories
Yeah, it's true.
over and over. I think that's more of a trauma response than
Yes, it
Could
is.
be.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
have to add
absolutely.
another story about a head injury, a very fortunate one that happened. And I'm sure I told you about this before, but my wife was walking in Target, and this is a couple years ago, and face planted.
Oh,
I mean, she
Whoa.
tripped on her boots or something. It was whatever. But she, and she had this black eye, and it's like, oh great, this is gonna. What kind of rumors are gonna spread now, right?
Right.
Big ass black eye. I said, but you got to go in. You got to go in.
Yes.
And they did a head scan, and as it turns out, she had a benign tumor in her sinuses. That
oh wow.
oh yeah.
would have turned malignant had she not known about it.
Whoa.
So talk about happy accident.
that's how I found my
Yeah.
thyroid cancer. I had these stomach issues, and I went to see a surgeon who was talking about like a surgery for acid reflux. And I was like, I have this thing when I swallow. Maybe we should look at my throat first. And he was like, yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, it's not going to find anything, but it's nice to know that the area is clear before we go in. And then a month later, they were like, yeah, you got thyroid cancer. I would not have
Oh,
found it if I had
Jesus.
not been like, if not for this, like the thing that I had when I was swallowing, I never would have thought to scan it because thyroid cancer doesn't really have symptoms until it's much more progressed usually.
Oh wow.
So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Timmy Lammers brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury attorneys. You can find Bradshaw and Bryant at minnesotapersonalinjury.com. Got to take a very quick break. Be right back in just 60 seconds. Let's take a second to talk about my bank. That'd be North American Banking Company. Bilski, another great friend, very, very supportive, wonderful man. And I'm not just making that up. See, I can say that stuff openly now. Bilski, Michael Bryant, my friends they've treated me so well over the years. I just really appreciate it.
They have.
As a business owner, you're always looking for opportunities to grow, and that's where North American Banking Company can help. Their business banking team offers tailored solutions. Whether you're expanding your team, opening a new location, or upgrading equipment, because they're locally owned, loan decisions are made right here in the Twin Cities, which means faster approvals and more flexibility to your needs. They want to meet your needs is what they want to do. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, why not bank with my friends at North American Banking Company? Visit nabanco.com to learn more. There you have it. Hey, look at that. See, I can still read commercials live. What do you think of that action?
Hey,
No,
congratulations.
Oh,
I
Moby.
heard you talking with Kristen. Yeah, I heard the name Chuck Norris pop up.
Yeah, yep.
Again, now they have not released the cause of death. He passed away yesterday at age 86.
Yeah, suddenly.
I do believe it was on TMZ that said something about he fell.
Oh.
And when you're that age, or like you say, any age, shit. How old was Natasha Richards?
Yeah, Bob
Yeah.
Saget. I mean, he couldn't have been much more than what, late
Yeah.
50s, early 60s. He
Yeah.
fell,
Yeah,
hit his
yeah.
head, and fell asleep, and that was it.
Yeah, and so when falls happen, especially when you're older, don't hesitate.
Bob
Whack
Saget.
He
your head.
didn't. He
was
didn't. I mean,
65.
he did. It has been confirmed that he died in the hospital
Yeah.
in Hawaii. So,
Well, yeah, I heard he had some sort of incident, and they brought him to the hospital, and he was dead like hours later. So
yeah.
it could be a lot of things,
Yeah.
but you know,
So yeah. Morbid Timmy, yes, but
Life is
the
morbid.
truth of the matter is that unless you talk about these things, I mean, you could just a friendly reminder to people that don't mess around with anything with
Yeah.
a fall or whatever. If you think some sort of illness, I mean, you get it checked out. get it checked out. And believe me, I'm the sort of guy, I think a lot of guys are like this. I don't know about women, where it's like in the last couple of decades, it's like, going to the doctor a couple times a year, that's good enough. That's good enough. It's like guys don't want to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
It's just a thing, right? I used to be, believe it or not, and maybe other people can relate to this, but when my kids were born, I became an intense hypochondriac. Because,
Oh yeah, sure.
all of a sudden you're worried being responsible for this little baby. You start worrying about not being there, and it was debilitating for me. It really was.
Yeah.
So
see that.
it's kind of weird how life works, and you get to different stages and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
But,
I grew up in a family, unless there was a bone sticking out or blood spurting about a foot, there's no doctor. We don't go to the doctor. We take care of it ourselves.
well,
There
you know
you
what?
go.
I mean,
That's
and I have
nice.
to bring up my late great father, Jim. Farmer. I mean, this son of a gun, man. He worked. He 2 full-time jobs: full-time cop, full-time farmer, and copped dances on the weekend. I mean, he was a tough Polak, man, and that's why I'm proud to be a Polak. But he cuts himself in the shop. Give me that grease gun. Put grease on it.
Keep the blood in. I mean,
Let's seal that bacteria in there.
Yeah, exactly.
He would, honest to God, I would hand him a grease gun. I mean, he was that sort of guy. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, you know what? He lived till he was 87. So
yeah.
must have been doing something right.
Yeah,
because
exactly
believe me,
right.
he wasn't the bastion he wasn't physically fit. And I'm talking about a guy that got that too, So,
There you go.
Well, sometimes I wonder because like I said, when I was growing up, we didn't go to the doctor unless we absolutely had to. And Andy had a bunch of ear infections as a baby and a toddler, and they had him on all of this amoxicillin. And I wonder if that's what happened with his gut.
Yeah, I don't doubt
I
it.
had ear
100%.
infections all the time, and my mother put hydrogen peroxide in it and put me on a heating pad. That's how we cured, But when you get to the modern age, you think, oh, you got to go to the doctor, and you got to get the tubes, and you got to get the medicine, and you got to do what the doctor says. So I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, maybe some homegrown stuff is better.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not sure
Well,
about
now
grease
the
and
question
a.
also is, can you even afford to go to the damn doctor?
Well, that is true. It's very
Well,
expensive.
whoever was talking about that they thought that their mom might have Alzheimer's, that it's too expensive, that should be covered by any
Yeah.
sort of insurance policy. I
Mine
mean,
wasn't.
Well, I'm talking about the diagnosis.
Yeah, the
Oh,
scans
yeah,
and
yeah, it
stuff.
should
Yes,
be covered.
the
Yeah.
diagnosis, and there are treatments out there that insurance will cover, but we just don't want to go that route quite yet.
Yeah. Well, I joined since my wife retired and we had her policy, now I'm buying it on the open market. It's ridiculous, expensive. And
Yep.
then even though you're paying a ridiculous amount, it's like, okay, I need some long-acting insulin for backup in case my pump goes haywire. And it's like, they won't cover the brand stuff. Oh, we'll do the
jeez.
generic.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, do you realize how much money I'm paying you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Yes.
I'm on.
Yep.
They're quite, because obviously when you're applying, you list all the medications and stuff. They're quite well aware of all the medications I need. But yeah,
Yeah, I
I get
have-
to one way or the other. Now I could probably pay an extra $500 or $1,000 a month, and then I could get the top level stuff. It's like
Oh, gee.
one way or the other,
I
you
know.
gotta pay. So
Yeah, I've got
Anyway.
for my thyroid pills that I have to take every day for the
Tom
rest of my
Bernard's
life.
back.
Did they remove your thyroid, Andy?
Yes, I have no thyroid, so if I don't take these pills, I die. So I very
Oh.
much need them. And so my choices are there's 3 levels basically. There's the generic, that's $50 for 90 days. That's pretty good. And then if I want the brand name, that's $150 for 90 days. And then there's also a gel cap called Tirosint, which is known to it works the best, and that's $250 for 90 days. So, $250 for 90 days on top of and our insurance is not cheap, I can tell you that much.
No,
No.
it's not.
The amount of money
I
we
feel-
put into the medical system every year has to be close to $20,000.
Yeah. I feel like the older meds that have been around and have shown that they're safe are probably actually the better way to go than the newest, latest, and greatest, because you don't know if there's long-term problems.
Well, the
with those
Tirosint
yet.
is just a different thing. The normal pills, the Synthroid, it's just like you put the T4 in a pill, like like a
that's been
powder
around
pill.
forever.
Tirosint is the same thing, but in a gel capsule. So because there's not all that powder and stuff, it absorbs better. But it's not. It's got a patent on it, and that's why they can charge so much money.
Gel. Ooh.
Yeah, put them in that gel capsule.
The gel cap.
That's got to
Well, I
cost
wonder how much-
thousands more.
How much there's been an increase in usage of Wegovy. I think that's actually a brand name. What is the brand name of the weight loss drug?
Semaglutide,
Yeah.
Oh, Ozempic?
Ozempic,
That's a
Wegovy,
different
those are all
brand,
brand
Yeah,
names.
that's a brand also.
Yep.
Yeah, so that drug, they made it available in pill form, and I wonder if that made a difference. And now there's a push to get the costs lower and all that sort of stuff. But to
Yeah.
me, I kind of feel like the jury's out on it still.
Yeah.
It's just, and I mean, look, I'm overweight. I'm not horribly overweight, but if it gets to a point where it's like, okay, I guess the first thing I'll try is exercise. Try the natural thing. Stop eating so damn much junk food and try some exercise.
Well,
What
But
an idea.
yeah, and again, imagine keeping up with that, because that stuff is really, really expensive. I understand.
well, one thing we know for sure is that exercise is very good for your brain. It's good for people with Alzheimer's. Tom's out walking outside every day, and it's
7 to 8
it's very
miles.
good. Yes.
One of the best
For everybody.
preventative things that you can do for Alzheimer's for yourself, if you have a relative with Alzheimer's and you're worried about getting it, is taking a 10-minute walk after every single meal.
Yeah, get
Yep,
the blood flowing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because then you
I
use
walk
up.
Very good.
7
Because
to
then
8
you're
yards to
using
the
up your
mailbox.
insulin in your body.
Yeah.
And your body's not storing it and then building up insulin resistance. Because when you eat, you need to use that energy that goes into your body. And so if you could even do like 40 squats in your living room. You don't even need to go for a walk. You could do jumping jacks, like something.
Get a
Moving-
rebounder. Bounce around for 10
Moving
minutes.
after you eat is extremely helpful to prevent Alzheimer's.
Lifestyle changes are important, though, and I am going on June 6th this year. I will have had type 1 diabetes for 40 years
40 years, Jesus.
with no, knock on wood, where's some wood? No complications at all. Eyes are perfect. I could feel my feet, my kidneys are fine, everything like that. But I made a choice, and that choice was don't drink, don't smoke.
Yeah.
Never did smoke anyway, but I did drink. But at one point, it's like, screw this. I mean, when you go to an ophthalmologist and you've got background retinopathy and you've only had diabetes for 10 years,
Yeah.
and you go up to the parking lot and your 8 months pregnant wife is standing out there, I want to see my kids. So
Right.
F that whole drinking thing.
Yeah.
I never did
absolutely.
drugs. So, I mean, yeah, lifestyle changes are hard. It wasn't difficult for me, but yeah, I mean, I could add the walking to my repertoire.
That would be a very good thing, and that's
So
easy
good
to
that
do.
you have those sorts of things in place that are helpful to you.
Yep, walking's free.
Well, and walking's one of the best things that you can do for your
Yeah.
body in general.
Oh, I
Just
love it.
walking.
I love it. Well,
Especially
Alex, I'm
outside.
glad you brought that up, Alex, because I had an exam this morning over at the doctor's office. The doctors here are just wonderful. Well, they're mostly women, so I should point that out. That's why they're so wonderful, Catherine. But you know what I was told
There
this
she
morning?
goes, huh?
Now, a couple of years ago, I weighed 315 pounds. I now weigh about 325, 326, somewhere in there. And I said, yeah, I'd like to lose about another 10, 11 pounds. And she said, why? And I said, well, yeah, I'd like to drop the weight a little. And she goes, you have no body fat the way it is. I guess for some reason, I lost a ton of body fat.
Do you
What?
lift weights?
No.
What?
No.
Do you lift weights?
Not anymore, no. I probably should. What were
I've
you
been
going to say,
telling
Alex?
you for so long that you don't need to be so obsessive about a number on the scale. It's not a number on a scale is not like optimal health. Like as long
Yeah.
as you're moving and watching what you eat and are at a healthy BMI for your age and size, You're good.
Yeah.
Like you don't
Oh,
need
she
to.
showed them to me
Are
today.
you
Yeah.
sure you're still over 300 pounds?
Maybe not.
300, no, 200,
No,
right?
300.
You said
I thought
300.
you said 320. I thought
I
you
said 220.
You said
Oh,
You
320.
said 320.
I was like 320.
You're definitely
you
not
said
still
320 or
Oh,
something.
did I?
All right. I was going to say, I don't think you
Well, I
weigh
used to weigh
320
320.
anymore.
No, I don't. There's no question about it.
No.
But I mean, and thank you to all of our listeners for staying with us through this and all that stuff. And the reason we're doing this is because I want other people to get heads up. There's only one of these clinics in America right now, but they're going to build a hell of a lot more. And I highly recommend them. They're very professional. Matter of fact, I go over there and we laugh the whole time we're over there. We're telling jokes and having a good time, and it's wonderful.
Well, and just
You know?
because you're not diagnosed with something doesn't mean you don't have it.
That's true.
I think
is true.
people
That's
kind of
true.
think that, where it's like, oh, if I don't go to the doctor and get told that I have this,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
it's like, no, you still have it. You
That's what
just-
happened to Melissa's grandpa.
Yeah,
He
it's
refused
like-
to go get diagnosed because he was like, I don't want to know or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like, no, you
Oh,
still have
sure.
it, and it's still going to affect you. It's actually going to be a lot worse for you if you don't know that you have it, because then you can't do anything about it because you have no
Right.
idea what's going on in your body.
Yep.
This
Ignorance
might
is
sound
not bliss.
Pollyanna and stuff, but attitude, positive thinking
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
goes
yeah.
a long way.
No question. And then comments like this from listeners. We love you, Tommy. Cut that out or I'll tear up.
Oh yeah,
you
someone
pill.
texted
No
in. He said, "Tommy B, you'll keep kicking ass no matter what. We love you here in Rochester."
Okay, boy, look at the time.
Oh, here, Dad,
I can't.
Dad, this will
Exactly.
irritate you.
Is the clinic
Dave's-
in Florida that you're talking about? that
Yes.
one-
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
One in America. It's the
So
only
far.
one in
Oh my
America so
gosh.
far. They're going to try to get another 100 within the next couple of years, all across the United States. Because it does. I'm here to tell you, it does work. I can feel in my brain that it's getting more cognizant.
Well, I'll say this:
Well,
Just tick it down.
the first man to cure Alzheimer's is going to be the first trillionaire. So
Oh, you got that. Right. Well, he already is.
What's
so never
after?
mind.
That'll be a first
quadrillionaire, yeah.
Yeah, quadrillionaire probably. All right, we got about 3 minutes left, Timmy. But yeah, I love the fact that you were on today. And again, Catherine and I, we've never been that, well, let's just keep it silent. No. If you can help other people step up and try to get treated for it, that's why we're doing this.
You know,
Join
it's really
Uncle
weird
Tommy, shoulder to
because
shoulder.
you're talking about all this stuff, but because of the attitude you have, I mean, yes, it's disconcerting and it's hitting me, but it's like it's also hopeful.
Yeah.
It is.
Because
It is,
you are
absolutely.
hopeful.
I am,
I
absolutely.
mean, and again,
Alex is putting on
maybe
deodorant.
it helps, maybe it doesn't. God knows. But let me tell you something. My dad, during his treatments, again, he should have died 15 years before he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
He had so many things wrong with him. But one of the times he was in the hospital and he's in the doctor comes in, he says, "Are you on antidepressants?" He says, "Stick my head out the door, look down the hallway, see all those other people in here? That's my antidepressant."
There you go. Very
He
good. You know
says-
what? That was mentioned today at the doctor's office, how I go through and make everybody laugh, and they really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the other thing he said to me, and it constantly comes up in my own mind at least, and I'll say it too, is that no matter how bad you think you have it, somebody somewhere else has it a lot worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen.
And
yeah, sure,
I was
absolutely.
lucky enough to say that. And I know you talked to her too after she basically was diagnosed with a treatable, or non-treatable cancer when Olivia Newton-John's cancer came back.
Yeah. Yep.
And I talked to her about a book that she wrote. And, at that point, she knew that she was going to die of cancer. Didn't know when it was going to be. I think it was a good 3 years after she released the book. But I actually passed on because my dad died not too long before that. And I said that to her. And she says, "I feel exactly the same way. You have to be blessed with who you are and who's
Yep.
around you, who loves you, who you love. And that will take you to amazing places."
There's no doubt about that. There's no question about it.
So, yeah. So, I mean, when you're confronted with devastating news, and God knows we all dread hearing it. I also have this own saying. It's not my saying. I'm sure somebody else said it before me. but it's like the only way you can beat the devil is to confront the devil.
Yep, it's true.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's a son of a bitch, but you can't ignore it. It's not going to go away, and you got to beat it, and you're going to beat it, Tommy.
How about this? Charlie from Albuquerque. We're here for you too, Tommy. Now you're going to make me tear up, you prick. Cut it out.
Alex wanted to say something, and then we'll
Yeah, we should wrap it
We'll
up.
wrap
actually.
it up.
That's true. It is a Friday.
yes, Alex.
Thank you, Mother. I appreciate you. So I don't generally like documentaries because I think it's like you can just find research to support whatever you want.
Yeah.
But there's a documentary called Heal, and it's on Netflix, and it's
HEEL or
HEAL, like
okay.
healing. And there are some crazy stories in that documentary about people using like meditation and positivity and therapy and stuff like that to like recover from horrible illnesses like stage 4 lymphoma. There was this guy that got hit by a
Right,
car during a
right.
triathlon, and he broke his spine. And he sat in deep meditation thinking about his spine healing itself, and he never got any surgery, and his spine healed, and he's like completely fine.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Crazy.
and like I have said this before, but I'm absolutely fascinated by the power of the mind, and I think the what is it called? It used to be multiple personality, dissociative
identity disorder. Yep.
That proves so much because there are people that have multiple personalities. One of them has diabetes, the other one doesn't. One needs glasses,
Whoa.
the other one
That
doesn't.
is really
like
crazy.
Wow.
that
Whoa.
proves that the power of your mind is more. It doesn't. Nobody gives it enough credit, and so
Right.
if you want to like Dad, you should watch the movie or the documentary Heal because it can just show what like a positive attitude and focusing on healing and improvement like that can make all the difference in the world. I'm not saying that like every person that's just like I'll be fine, like that's not how it works. But
No.
you know, it's a huge part of it.
Well, Alex, I'm going to need to get another personality.
Exactly. You could be cured of your diabetes. But seriously, like there are
There you
people
go.
with
There you
IBD
go.
that have like one of their personalities has like is diagnosed with diabetes.
That just doesn't even make sense, does it?
Good God.
God,
Yeah.
though, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see this. I gotta watch this. This is
Yeah.
There
great.
you go.
It's
Great
fascinating.
movie recommendation. And if people were tuning in for movies today, quickly, Project Hail Mary, 6.5 out of 10. It's a trippy movie. You might need to
Trippy.
imbibe in some sort of substance before you watch it. Ryan Gosling. Good movie, not great. Ready or Not, horror comedy, lots of blood. Not as good as the first, but still entertaining. So there you go. But there's another movie that's interesting, and I would love to see
Oppers.
this one you're talking about, Alex. But there's a movie called Lucy with Luc Besson. Scarlett Johansson stars in it, and she's a mule for some sort of substance that increases the brain power, where they claim that we only use 10% of our brains, and maybe there's some truth to that.
I think some people
But it
only
goes
use
to,
about one.
but this substance is synthetic, increased it beyond the 10%, and it just took her to places you could not have imagined. And I don't know if that's based on if it's just all science fiction or whatever. But I do believe that, yes, we only use probably a small percentage of our brain, and it's a lot more capable of things we can't even fathom.
Right.
Timmy, we'll talk to you next week, Pally.
God bless you, Tom. God bless
Thank
all of
you.
you guys. Again, positivity. We're going to keep it going, man.
There's no doubt about it. We're going to battle it.
Love you guys. I love you, Tommy.
Love you too, pal.
One of the greatest blessings in my life is getting to know you. That's all I can say. And
Cut
now
the comedy. Don't do
I'm
that.
gonna. I know. I almost got to myself here.
You did.
So, oh my God.
Me too,
Okay.
Pally. But that's
right,
how
we'll see you
people
next
should
week.
treat. This is how people should treat one another. Not that other bullshit that we do to each other.
With kindness.
Kindness is a good thing.
It's something.
Uh-oh, look at
we
Nana.
all possess.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Nana's tearing up like mad. All right. Well,
Alrighty.
We got to take a breath. Thank you, Timmy. Tim Lammers, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury attorneys. You can find Bradshaw and Bryant at MinnesotaPersonalInjury.com. We'll take a quick break. Be right back and wrap things up, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tom for Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care. Oh, my God. Really? Really?
What a segue.
Well, they do a great job. That's why I'm so glad to close this story today with them, because they do a wonderful job. It's time for Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities. Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities are a place where your loved one will live with pride and dignity. If you care deeply about someone in your life, Wellshire is a place I highly recommend. And you remember, I've known 2 generations of this family. I've known them for well over 40 years. Wonderful people. Wellshire is a place I highly recommend. Wellshire is a memory care focused facility that has a full nursing team, always staffed within the building 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They have never used or relied on any staffing agencies. Wellshire Medina is now accepting elderly waivers after 12 months of private pay. I know them personally. They are a family-owned local company conveniently located right in Medina and Bloomington. They're the best staffed memory care facility in the state. Wellshire has a robust community with activities 7 days a week. If your loved one is in need of a memory care facility, please get in touch with my friends at Wellshire. Set up a tour or learn more at wellshiremn.com. That's WEALSHIREMN.com.
Why am I coughing so much today?
You know how wonderful that is? Because I've known that family, like I said, I've known that family for 40, I think longer than 40 years now. And I'll probably end up, when Catherine wants to dump me out of the house, I'll probably end up there someday. So that'd be good.
We already have a tour next week. No. Kidding.
Well, thank you so much. But yeah, thank you guys for all this, because you stayed on top of it, and Nana teed up the whole deal, and I actually feel really good. My body fat is way down. I don't have much body fat anymore, which is good. This is the part I don't like, though, because I used to be a big-time weightlifter. Look at how skinny my arm is.
Oh, God. The upper arm, the curse of aging.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
What are you going to do? All right, we'll have a magnificent weekend. And like I said, I will fight this, whether it's, what'd you say, Alex? On average, I'm going to live about another 8 years, something like that?
She wasn't talking about your lifespan. She was talking about the stages of Alzheimer's.
Yeah, but you can live that much longer, right?
I mean, you could live to be 100.
You could, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, it doesn't.
I could.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat said, was it Tyre? I don't remember. Someone said that his mom, I think, lived to be 96 with it. So
There you go.
Depends on
Now
when you
we're
get diagnosed, I suppose. Maybe she was diagnosed at 95, which
Well,
would make it less impressive.
A lot of people
Yeah, there
get
you go.
diagnosed really late when they're in the dementia
Yes.
stages, and it's unavoidable that something's wrong, and the family's like, you can't live by yourself anymore. We need to get this figured out.
Well, yeah, a lot of
So-
people get diagnosed when they like reverse into their house or something
Yes.
like that because they're just like completely out of it. And
Yeah.
you don't want to wait until that period.
No.
And that's the real
Well,
problem is the later you get diagnosed, the faster things tend to snowball because at that point it's like, what can you do? It's like cancer. You get diagnosed at stage 4, usually it's too bad. But if you get diagnosed at stage 1, even if it's really aggressive, you can usually treat it.
Well, I'm just. I have a friend who I've known for a very, very long time, and she was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and they were giving her some meds that were making her memory so bad that she ended up in memory care.
Yeah.
She got off the med, and all of a sudden her memory is just absolutely fine.
Huh.
And she's moving in with her son and her daughter-in-law, and her whole life has changed because of the meds. So whenever they're throwing a ton of medication down somebody's throat because they've got something like Parkinson's, you might want to, if they all of a sudden take a really bad turn, suspect the medication. Because a lot of this
Yeah.
medication
yeah,
is
yeah.
really strong and not always good for everybody. And the doctors, a lot of times, won't listen to you. They want you to be on this protocol, and that's all there is to it.
Oh, believe
But,
me, I know.
yeah, find another doctor, do something. Just pay attention to what's happening when they're taking different meds. And I would strongly suggest one at a time. Don't do like a huge. I mean, obviously, chemotherapy is a different thing. That's all cocktails of this and that, and
Right.
there's nothing you can do. But when it comes to your brain, you need to pay attention to
One
how
more
it's
quick
responding.
thing, because Jared, I've seen you ask this a few times. In fact, I don't think this is the first day you've asked this. Tommy, have you ever met Craig Castaldo, the radio man?
I don't think so. I
Castaldo?
saw that. I don't think
Where's
I
he
have.
from?
He has to say where he's from.
Castaldo.
The Radio Man.
Radio Man.
Radio Man, there he is.
Well, while you're looking it up, I got to say this. I like to apologize again to the people at Hubbard, but I tried to reach out and call a couple people, but they never called me back because I was going to tell them that I was going to reveal that I have Alzheimer's on the show today, but they never called me back, so sorry about that. But it'd be kind of cool. My career started at Hubbard, and hopefully about 20 years from now, my career will end at Hubbard. So that'll be
years. I'm not lasting 20 years on this podcast.
good. Oh, boy, look at the time. It's time to fold
Bow
up.
out.
Good God. But thank you so much for you people, the listeners on this show are everything I thought you'd be. And I know I didn't come on and piss and moan and whine about it. I said, we're going to handle this and we'll do what we can do. And
Sure.
It is what it is. But you people that listened to this show and did for the KQ Morning Show all those years and all the rest of it, I have you to thank. Oh, look at this. Chris Eggert would probably talk to you about it. Why does he have it?
About what?
He's kind of nuts. I'm assuming
Chris Eggert? No, he's nice.
Getting a second
Like
opinion?
Oh, Chris Eggert's a really nice guy, yeah.
About having a second opinion?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a lot of doctors over there. But, yeah, so thank you for putting up with this today. But I didn't want to be lying to people and go, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. No, I've always been very upfront about stuff like that because it might help someone else, you pain in the asses who don't do it. All right, we'll have a magnificent weekend. I promise you I'll still be alive on Monday.
All right.
Well, we got that going for us.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.